Hey guys, okay, there's a lot to talk about and I'm going to try to say it all as quickly as possible because I don't want this video to run over forever. Why am I sitting here with my top half off? Because my tattoo is still healing, so yeah, I'd rather not irritate it any more than it needs to be. Yeah, please don't mind my mess of a room right now. I'm like trying to put laundry away and stuff. So Saturday I was invited to a going away party for a girl who used to work, who I used to work with in the past. And it was kind of an impromptu invite. I was invited about 2 hours before the party. Most people were. I was told by the host of the party that the guy that I'm into is going to be there, but didn't know I was going to be there and not to tell him. He thought it would be a nice surprise because the guy hosting the party is his best friend of sorts. So he knew all about what was going on with us. So I go to this party. He shows up. Things are kind of weird. And we talk and we don't and whatever, and he was like bartending for everybody, and I have his friend, the host of the party, and another girlfriend of mine egging me on to make a move, and I was kind of getting like annoyed that he wasn't. So at some point in the night, he was in the bathroom washing off something, and I said, can I speak with you? And I closed the door and I kissed him and said, I'm sorry, but I wanted to do that all night. So yeah, we totally made out in the bathroom for a little bit until I was like, well, people are kind of probably realizing what's going on right now, and we should go. Because yes, while a couple of people knew that we were into each other, not everyone there did, and we didn't want to make it this huge thing, whatever. So luckily, I think half of the people didn't even notice because they were so drunk. They had no idea. So that's that, and then the end of the night, I kind of asked him like if he's gonna text me or what I should do, and I feel like he's been avoidant, and am I just wasting my time? And he basically told me that, yeah, maybe I am, and that he didn't want me to be sad or to hurt me or whatever. So clearly I am like taken aback, and I'm like, okay, you know, you're just all over me before, but now you're telling me this. So I leave, and my girlfriend sees me leave, and she's like, what's wrong, what's wrong? And I'm like, yeah, it's not a big deal, you know, whatever, I'm an adult, you know, whatever. She's like, you want me to talk to him? And I'm like, no, 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 you know. So a third friend who was going to walk with me to my train station pretty much dropped a bomb on me afterwards that this girl friend of mine, who's been a friend of mine for 3 years, and the guy I'm into, about 2 months ago, actually had sex in the bathroom of the host's apartment, the same one that I made out with him in. And he told me this because he was like, well, I figure nothing's gonna happen between you two now, and I feel like you should know. So I was really upset, and not because of what happened, because me and him aren't dating, and we especially weren't back then. He barely even knew that I was into him then. Whatever happened with the two of them, that is none of my business. I cannot be mad at them for that, because there was nothing going on between me and him at that point. What I was upset about was that he had not been honest from the beginning after I'd asked him multiple times, you know, to be 100% with me, and that she didn't say anything to me, but yet egged me on the entire night to hook up with him, because apparently what happened to them was a one-time thing. She's apparently bad-mouthing him because he had said to her that their friendship would change after what happened, which no shit would, right? But she's going around and bad-mouthing him about it, and so now they're having their issues, whatever. So I called him out on it and said, you know, you weren't honest and blah blah blah, and I was like, but what is you having issues with her talking about you have anything to do with me and us, and you know. So he basically told me what his best friend told me that night too, was that he's kind of, it's been like years since he's been in like a relationship, and he's afraid, he's scared. Now, his best friend told me a lot of this stuff that night because, you know, he was kind of opening up to me about it. And I pretty much texted him back, like, why do you automatically think that if you get involved in me, it's going to be something super serious? I already told you that I don't want that. I just got out of a 4-year relationship. That's not what I want. But why can't I just enjoy your company? You know? But at the same time, I told him, look, you know, I can't change how you feel. If that's how you feel, and you feel like you're not ready for anything, then fine. I was like, you know, but how long are you going to wait until you do feel okay? Because you've already said it's been years. How many more years until it's okay? So that's kind of where everything stands right now. It's kind of a doozy on Saturday, not to mention another friend of mine who was drunkenly hitting on me, which is weird because I've known him for years too. So it was kind of a crazy night. And not just for me, for other people too. It's one of those things where you get, you know, those people who always work together and know each other in a room. You have drinks going around and shit starts to come out. But I don't regret kissing him. I don't regret what happened. And I don't think he does either. I'm just frustrated because I feel like, one, he wasn't honest with me, and that makes me worry about if he'd be honest about things in the future. But two, I'm frustrated because I still don't see why he's so, you know, afraid of anything. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what happened between her and him has to do with anything. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about trusting him. The whole thing is really, it is what it is. So, you know, I told him though in the meantime, like, I'm okay with him if he's okay with me just in general, because his friends are my friends and we're gonna go to events or parties or whatever get-togethers and we're both gonna be there, and I don't want it to be obviously awkward between us. So I asked him, like, look, are we cool? Because I'm overall cool with you. Yes, I was upset when I found out what happened, but you know, and maybe it's going to take some time to forgive you overall for being dishonest, but I'm still cool with you and I can be civil with you face to face. And, you know, I'm 24, I'm an adult. I'm not going to act like a child. I'm not going to bring drama into somebody's birthday party or whatever. So, you know, for both there. So that's kind of what it is right now. My cat is being annoying. I'm so sorry. She is this loud and obnoxious all the time. That's kind of where it's at. And like I said, I can't change his mind on anything, and now I don't even know where I stand, like how I feel about him right now. I wish I could just turn it off and not care for him. I still care for him, even though I'm just frustrated by the dishonesty, and less from him and more from her, because I've known her for like 3 years. I've known him since November, you know. So I feel like she, who was all talking to me about it and how I was so perfect for him and in helping him figure out what he wants and da da da, and his best friend was saying the same thing, like, oh my god, you know, this could be good for him. He doesn't know how to act around chicks, but, you know, whatever, and you being forward could be good, da 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 da. But it's like, especially her pushing it, and then that happening between them, it's just, you know. But that's not to say she isn't that way in general. She can be, she just seems like she goes after guys and she doesn't see the repercussions or how it affects other people. She just thinks she's having fun. She's not the, you know, he's not the first guy that she's like gone after in her group of friends or outside of a group of friends or whatever, you know. And I think she's a good person deep down. I don't think that she knows what she's doing or how the way she acts is affecting people. She's younger. She's gonna be 21 in April, and her birthday party is on April 9th. And that's where everything's just gonna get more confusing, because I told her I was gonna go, and I'm not gonna not go now because that's gonna be really obvious, even though I'm a little mad at her. And I don't know if he's gonna be there. And then her boyfriend, yes, her boyfriend is gonna be there, because It's just, I don't even know. It's drama that I didn't want to be involved in and somehow became involved in. That's it.